Hello there guys, and welcome back to Legomaster627's creations. Yeah. Finally, we're doing it on the proper day again. That being Monday, and yeah, this is like the first time we're doing it on this day in like nearly 2 months. I know. I still apologize for the hiatus. I don't know what the heck happened. I just stopped randomly for like nearly 2 months without realizing. So let's go into Legomaster627's creations. The last time I was there, or at least this was off camera, of course, obviously. It was May 13th, 2022 at 12:18 a.m. Yeah, because I was here off camera. Alright, here we are, and I guess I was in the old backyard last time. Oh, actually, speaking of which, it's now time to create the one I'm in today. My current one. Now, thankfully, little fun fact, I actually recently just rewatched this entire project here where I recreated this entire thing. Just to see if it was going to be as hard to do the current backyard as it was here. And honestly, I have hope that it will not be as hard. But in a way, of course, in the next episode, we're going to start recreating the entire house that this backyard was in. That will be saved for next, well, not in the actual next episode. No, that's going to be part 2 of us recreating the current backyard. No, the next episode after. Which, fun fact, there's actually the next one after the second episode of the day is actually going to be on Friday, May 20th. Simply put, main reason, so I don't do 2 episodes on May 23rd, because, dear God, that project is going to take me the entire day to complete if I do it all on May 23rd. A little fun fact, by the way. Did you know that the the recreation of the house that this backyard right here was in, was originally gonna start on this day, actually, May 16th in general. But I realized I still needed to recreate the current backyard prior to doing that, because I did promise you I would do it in May. Yeah, I did promise you guys I would recreate the the current backyard in May to celebrate the 4-year anniversary. I think back when I was doing this project. Alright, now of course, we need to have this current backyard as far away from this as possible, since they are extremely far apart from each other. Of course, we know that. So, to make sure of this reason, we are gonna go really frickin' far away. And by far away, I'm talking probably all the way over here. Yeah, we are going extra far away to ensure that we get this right. Oh, and yes, once both houses are recreated respectively, I think you can guess. Obviously, I'll make a little neighborhood that has both houses. Even though they are extremely far apart from each other. It doesn't matter. The point is, we're here. So, to ensure this is far away as possible, I'm going to go somewhere extremely far away. 1 second. Alright, I think that's far enough. Don't you think? It's nice and far away from the other backyard. And yes, for those curious, when both houses are recreated, respectively, which will take place 3 to 4 weeks apart from each other, because on May 30th and June 6th, we have events to showcase. Point is, I will be building a minecart railroad system that will go from one house to the other. You remember in Lego's Island Summer last year how we had a railroad going from, of course, the Buffalo House, or at least the remake of it, to the recreated version of the ranch? Yeah, it's going to be very similar to that, except we go from one house to the other, just to make things consistent. But of course, that is when I recreate both houses in the next few episodes. The point is, we're focusing on the current backyard today, actually for the next 2 episodes, which will all take place, by the way, all in one single day, and not 3 days, unlike, that. Yeah, let's actually be smart about it this time. I mean, I was back then, trust me, and that was not even that long ago, at least as of filming this, but you still get the idea. Let's finally, and I mean seriously, geez, finally, oh, I actually forgot my inventory was empty. So yeah, we're going to be remaking the entire current backyard. Now, of course, this is going to take 2 episodes since there is a lot to do. Not as much as, of course, that one. Oh no, this is way smaller. But there are obviously 2 halves to it. One side having the formerly known as garden, and then, which is now just called the side yard. And yes, I forgot to mention, the current backyard will be remade with all of the current updates added, respectively. And the same will go with the house. It'll include all present-day updates, including the renovated lanai. Which, fun fact, speaking of that, it's been exactly 2 months since that project began. Well, what do you know? It's coming to an end very soon. But I just want to let you know, when I do recreate my current house, the one I'm in still today, it'll still include all of the present-day features, with that being including the present-day renovated lanai. I thought I'd mention. But let's still get to the point. I apologize for taking extremely long to finally get all that out. And you know what? That actually works. That's actually going to work in my favor, the quartz pillar block. Because actually, that actually is probably the most similar block to, say, the fence in my backyard currently. Yeah, and since we have way more footage of my current backyard than that one, and since I'm still in it today, I think it won't be as hard to recreate as, say, that one, since unlike there, I'm not actually there anymore as of 2018. So, we want to make this as far away as possible, don't we? Well, to start off, what we need to do is, yeah, I'm glad I chose that. That actually looks really, really good. So, we're going to start off with the fences right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this up just so it doesn't look too obvious. Also because it just looks cool. Yeah, that actually looks really, really good. Actually, how does that look? It looks fine. I mean, we can still do something about it. I mean, since I'm still there today, it doesn't have to look exactly identical. I mean, what even is exactly identical anymore with this anyway? And then I realized we're only just getting started with this, dang it. But hey, it's gonna be a fun time, I promise. Let's just finally get into things. To make things even easier, let's go back to where it all began when I originally showcased it in June of 2018. Now I know it looks different now compared to when it was back then, but it should give us a really good idea of how all of this looks. Now I know. You're probably thinking, couldn't I just use recent footage since I'm still there? Yes, the answer is obviously yes. But, for some reason, I just find this footage to honestly be the best way we got. Because... right. Let me mute that so we don't have overlapping audio. Because that would be annoying. But, I know. The place looks way more different compared to how it was right here. Because if you note in recent footage, it looks completely different. So, let's see how much we can make out of this. this. Oh, and by the way, don't be surprised, for pretty much the entire project, we might actually be using all this footage. Up until the parts where we need the present day footage. So what I did was I went ahead and already pretty much started doing the whole fence here. Also, on pause, while I had it paused, I also went out to just the backyard in general and hopefully figured out how this is all meant to work. Because I want to make sure I actually get this right. So, I don't feel like I messed up. But, I mean, I'm still in this backyard, so it should not even be that difficult as compared to that one. Yeah, I'm doing it as far away from this place as possible because of how far away they are. I know I probably should have gone a little bit farther apart, but I think this is already far enough. I mean, look at this. Don't you think that's already far enough? Anyway, let's see what we need to do first. Besides, of course, starting off this fence. Alright guys, I just looked at more footage, and I realized, oh dear God, this is gonna be way easier. Okay, this should get us a good idea of what we're doing here. Let's get started officially. Oh wait, we already did. Okay, side note, before we continue, let's just say, obviously, the garden is officially gone in present day, which means that isn't being remade. On purpose, as I want this backyard, at least this remake, to be within the present day version to make things more understandable. The same will go with the house when I recreate it, again, as I said. So, let's see if we're gonna get things right here. Let's frickin' go, yes! Okay, no, but in actual seriousness, that actually right there, the gate is actually still intact. So, simply put, all we genuinely need, for this, seeing as, like, the gate's, like, right here, it's technically, like, this. Basically, the gate looks like this. Or, I guess we could, put 2 iron doors. Nah, that looks a little too weird. Now, that is something I can work with. Watch. Yeah, I think we're done here. By that, I mean we're finished with that part. That was fast. Actually, I can make that better. 1 sec. Alright, so I couldn't get it to work, but what my plan was that I was going to try and make these go out this way instead of like this, but unfortunately I just can't get it to work. I've been trying for like the past, like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 minutes. Can't get anything. Oh, also, another update. While I was doing that, I decided to put it even more far away so you can't even see the old backyard at all. This is to make it more on purpose that these places are really far away from each other. You can see I'm trying to go with a little bit of a theme here. Trying to make sure these places are as far away as possible. Because in real life, they are both really far away. Which is good. Now, we got this part correct. Now, here's the thing. We actually have to also start building the walls of the house just so we know specifically how big we need both of the side yards to be. Because without that, we don't even know how big these are even meant to be. Now, luckily for all of you, since the house was repainted back in November 2021, we can now have an excuse to use these blocks instead of the green ones. Because, if you notice back in the footage here, it is actually green in this footage. Whereas now, in present day, it is technically like tannish brown or orange. I don't even know what you call it. But it's definitely something. And this will prove how far we actually need this to be. You can see the gate, or at least the fence, is not even that long for this. Because if you see there, it looks like that, but this looks like that. You can see it isn't even that far. So, I think we already got it right pretty dang quickly. Now then, let's continue. And yes, I think that's actually how big this is actually meant to begin with. So, guess what? we're already done with this section. Okay, actually no, because we still have to add the we still have to add these, the you know, the little paver things, right? And then we're done with this section. Man, if these blocks here didn't exist, I don't know what we would have used. There we go. And since the garden is gone now, that's how it looks, technically in present day. So yeah, it's meant to look like that now. If the gardens were still there, I would have put them there. But since they aren't, and honestly, thank God, while I did like them, they were getting a little too crazy to manage. But honestly, I think we like this a little bit better. So, now, what we're gonna do is make sure I got that right. Let me check the footage. Realizing this is footage from when the gardens were still here, dang it. This means I need to find proper footage of the present day version. See, I rip. Okay, this footage right here should get us a really freaking good idea of what we're doing here now. Even though we're not creating the house for another few episodes, I'll still do at least something to hopefully represent it. Alright. And we'll do a window, because that's what it was back then. Have yourselves a look. Okay, we're gonna need... Huh? Okay, I did not mean to pull that up, but okay. Yeah? Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, it may or may not be like 4 to 5 hours later. It is. What the frick happened in those 4 hours? I can actually tell you. This. Yep. This happened in the 4 hours. And no. Obviously this didn't all take place in like 4 hours. No. No. Oh God, no. No. Trust me. I've done way more other things than just doing this. No, obviously did stuff in real life. Because of course, you know, you gotta remember that exists. Secondly, I have been trying to figure out for like the last, like, I want to say like 1 to 2 hours, what the absolute frick, this length right here is meant to be, like how long this is meant to be. And I've already extended the fence all the way over here. I know, it's that insane already. And I'm not gonna lie, this footage is actually helping me out a lot more than I thought it would. Alright, so we're gonna continue this madness. Okay, I seriously thought the recording froze for a second. Thank God it didn't. Yeah, sometimes it likes to do that to me for some reason. Just the recording just randomly just like, you know, freezes up for like literally no reason. That's stupid. Oh, trust me, this is not a new thing. It's happened to me millions of times over the years, so I've gotten used to that. Let's build this. Yeah, I built a lot off camera, as you could tell. At least before the 4-hour time difference. So yeah, you can see I was prepared for something like this, where I would probably not film again for another few hours. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm actually getting that right. Heck yeah! Alright, so playing this footage alone, we can see that the pavers leading up to the patio, if you can notice here in the footage, you can notice there's the window right there, and there's the pavers right there. As you can see, and also, after numerously realizing that these actually are like 1 block apart. So, my fault for not realizing sooner. Dang it! Okay. It's not even that bad. Trust me, I've gotten to worse things. At least with this stuff. Like, we've been in situations like this before with these projects, so yeah, that's nothing new. But I do have ideas. Thankfully, this fence over here, I assume, will not have to be extended much longer. Like, I think we're actually almost to the point where we actually can start making the actual fence that leads all the way out here. But first, before we do that, when we do get to that point, we are going to have to create the tree next to the garden, which is just growing a single tree. And thankfully, like the original, it's basically that exact same tree. Well, at least the sapling for it, that type of tree, yeah, that's exactly the same. Of course, it'll grow into a different type of, tree, at least in the size of it. So, yeah. But at least it's the same type of tree as we saw back then. Yep, another time difference by nearly 6 hours. What the heck? Okay, in actual seriousness, let me actually properly explain. Basically, this took forever to actually try and length the size out of it. Trying to figure out, like, the proper size. Thankfully, by looking at our footage, we can see that this actually extends a whole lot more. Let's take a look. Yep, as you can see, this properly does extend right here. And mainly, yeah, I think we're pretty much all good. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And rip me for not recording my screen down here when saying the time difference. Yeah, there is the actual time now. I apologize. Anyway, yeah. The next thing we are going to do is, well, we actually have a few more things to do. Mainly, basically what we have here is basically how it's actually gonna properly look. You see this, the end stone? Basically, that's basically how it's looking now. Because now we're doing the updated version with, all of the updated stuff. Which means I'm going to need some newer footage from not even that long ago. So yeah, rip. Yeah, looks like I'm going to need more footage from beforehand. Yeah, at least we're getting something here. Hey, that's at least better than nothing. Okay, so this is actual footage of the patio in the modern day version, in the present. Now, here's the thing. In this footage, you may notice that I guess it briefly does extend upon the house. Just a bit. And, well, if we can look at the little layout of the house here, we can see that, assuming it loads here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the one I will actually be remade in, well, I don't know if it's going to be this episode, but maybe the next one. Okay, I was curious if I actually got it right. I think I did. I mean, the thing's already big as heck. So of course I'm probably not going to get it wrong. There we go. I think we got it. Nice. So yeah, we're not even that far off from this. Now I'm pretty sure that's it for that fence right there. I might have to go a little bit higher because at the tree next to the garden, it's actually the fence goes a little higher. But anyway. Actually, speaking of which, I actually had an idea for over there. I thought, why not plant some trees? The reason why, and I'm talking about, say, basically over here, and the main reason is purposely because, I kind of want to make it look like well, basically behind the backyard, there were still a ton of trees. And yeah, like there were still like a ton of trees. Like behind here. So I want to do a little bit of a remake of that. Also, so we can kind of block off our view of this backyard. Because I don't want it to become a little too obvious. So we're gonna grow in them respectively. And that only took like one bone meal right there. Man, this is not even taking long at all. This is actually looking really dang good. Now we're also gonna see if we can actually, oh god dang it. We're actually gonna see if we can still see it from far away when we're in the other backyard. We're gonna test that as well, so. Okay, there we go, now it grows. Nice. Nice. Nice, and lastly, let's go! That looks way better in my opinion. Yeah, that looks so much better. I'm actually going to plant some trees right alongside it, so be right back. Before I fully grow them, this is what it looks like currently. Looks pretty sweet, right? That looks way better, in my opinion. And this is how it looks. Yep. As you can see, we have more trees alongside them. And as you can see, that is mainly how it looks. That looks way better in my opinion. It actually shapes the backyard and makes it look way, way cooler. And it actually just makes it feel like the backyard itself. Man, I'm actually really glad I added that in. Let's go see how it looks from far away. That's if we can even see it at all. Oh, from right here you can actually see it. Yep, only from right here. That's if I didn't include the extra trees. But you know what? It actually looks pretty cool. So you know what? I'll keep it. It looks pretty epic. And plus, we already started building here anyway, so why not want to destroy the madness that was this already? So, without further ado, let's continue. Okay, so I just checked our footage, and if you guys can see right there, you'll notice that, there we go. See, there is footage between that. So, one thing we do know about is that, well, we got the angle right. So, there we go. That part's done. Now, the next thing we're going to add is the pool heater, which actually is way easier than you guys actually realize. So, the way this is going to work is actually, well, all we have to do is literally just add some black concrete. I'm not even joking. That's literally it. Of course, it'll go right here. Because, yep, that's basically how big it is. And, we'll add some lava in there, because technically... Oh, whoa, 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 hold up, hold up, hold up. That is way better in my opinion. Alright, and lastly but not least, what we are going to add is some tinted glass. Nice! Well, that's already done. Yep, it's already done that quickly. Next up, we are going to do the filter, which also is really easy. Thankfully, for most of this at least. Dang it. We purposely have to destroy that. Anyway, besides the point, the filter, basically looking like this, it'll basically look like this. And also, we are going to need a button. No, not there. There! Nice. Let's see if I got it right. Yes! Okay, pool heater is a bit smaller than I thought, so we are going to change that dramatically. You know, to prevent something like this. And yep, we are just gonna change it. And well, actually, that actually could work. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, never mind. That actually could work in our favor. There we go. Nice. So that part is done and implemented. So what is next on our little idea thing here? Right, we need to actually figure this part out first before we get to the lanai itself. But that's probably going to be in part 2. Okay, by looking at our footage, looks like this patio is longer than I thought. Wait, I had an idea. Yes! That is actually how it should properly look. And I did check the footage. We got it right! Again, now it's time we deal with this. Okay, this should give us a definitive answer of how this all properly looks. So, let's do this. Anyway, let's see if we grow the tree like this, and I think it's actually going to be the exact same tree. Let's see how this looks. So if I get it right, that would be pretty freaking sweet. Yeah! That looks like almost the exact same one, actually. I mean, if you look at this, look how identical it almost looks. That looks pretty freaking sweet. Look at that. This is basically how it looks. It looks actually almost identical. We might move it a few inches, but in a way, we are really dang close. I'm just gonna wait for this to burn down. Let's try this again. So, once again, this is how it looks. And we have to get at least a little bit of an angle here so we can actually do this. By that, I mean we cannot have it like right here because that would be kind of in the way. So, we're gonna do it like this instead. Nah, that looks actually pretty bad. I think I like the other one. We're probably never gonna get that other one again. Let's try this again for the second time. So this time, I think we got it. Let's see if we can get a better tree than what we had earlier. Dang it! Obviously, we're probably not gonna get the same one we got the first try. Obviously. At least if we get something good, we'll be cool. Fair down to the charm, anyone? Why is it never living up to the way I think it should be? Dang it. That would be pretty cool. Well, I messed up big time. Alright, it's fixed. Now, we're going to try this again. And let's see if we can actually get a good one here. That'd be pretty sweet. It works! Yeah, I'll admit it actually works. So yeah, we'll deal with this tree. It actually looks pretty dang similar, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Alright, so guess what? After all of that, guess what we can finally start? The fence that goes out to the extra parts of the yard. Oh, geez, finally we can start that. After like a million hours of basically doing the same thing. It's about time. So yeah, we can purposely do this now. I know, it's crazy that we can finally get to this. After all of this time. That's insane. I know, the backyard really actually is that big. Except this was here. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, there we go. We did that. We already did the first half technically already. That's insane, right? Insane that we already got that far in. Alright, now in order to actually continue, what we're gonna have to do is figure out where the heck does the one eye go in all of this? Because we need to figure that out too. Where does that go in all of this? From what we do know, the one eye technically starts right here. Like the official lanai, like starts right here. Now, what do we want to do for the said cage? We'll do these just for the heck of it. All right. Yep, I think that's where we're gonna do that. Now, of course, we're gonna need some footage of the door. And now, I'm only building the little cage part to know where the second half of the backyard has to go. And then we're cool. There we go. That's what we need. Alright, guys. So, I actually started already myself for literally no reason. Because why not? I love going a little insane sometimes. And well, there we have it. Basically, this is gonna be, basically one of these doors, where of course you're gonna have to press a button. Now, even though there is normally not one of these here, I'm still gonna do it just for the sake of this being here. Since you technically can lock this door. We'll deal with the lanai another day. Dang it. Come on. There we go. That actually looks really, really good in my opinion. It actually looks really, really good. No, seriously, in my opinion, that actually looks pretty awesome. If that doesn't already look even cooler! As you guys might notice, there's a little bit of a window here, so I guess I could, count two of them. So I guess that's why that's there. Which means we can do this. Which means we don't even need to worry about this. Except we kind of still have to. Because we need to figure out how long this is all meant to be. Oh, come on, I'm breaking literally everything I don't need to be half broken here. Again, we'll deal with the lanai another day. Actually, I might want to consider putting these here. Anyway, we'll deal with those eventually. I think this is how it looks. I'll have to get a better look, but I think we're good for now. Since over here is normally just another house, I'm gonna block it off with trees. And the reason is just so we don't see it everywhere. So yep, I'm just gonna block it off with random trees, not the same ones as over in the other backyard, because I want to make it a little bit different from each other. There we go. Yep, I want to make it at least just a bit different. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Oh, now I have to regrow the whole tree. Nope, I don't have to. I can just let all those leaves despawn. And I guess we can try again. Right now, I guess. Dang it! Okay, I guess no jungle trees, because that is not getting me anywhere. Yeah, that's not getting me anywhere. I guess we're gonna stick with the oak trees, in my opinion. Because that is not getting me anywhere in this project. Like, seriously, it is getting me literally nowhere. So yeah, the jungle trees, those are out, because I can not seem to get them to grow to proper size. Now, as for these ones, on the other hand, yep, we can get them at a proper size, which is pretty epic. Normally, I do a lot of this on pause, just so I don't waste all of your time, and I did do the same for the recreating the old backyard, but since this one's smaller, it doesn't even require me to pause that much. At least this backyard. Oh, god dang it, not again! I need to stop doing that. Alright, and place. We have to place down this. Basically, I'm placing it down every 3 blocks. Nice! Nice! Hey, so we can actually tell this place apart now, which is actually really, really good. Yep, we can perfectly tell this place apart now, so that is super, super awesome. Yep, we can now perfectly tell this place apart. And also, it blocks out all the trees from the previous backyard as well, which also is really, really awesome, as we won't need to see a visual of the old backyard from here, which is pretty sweet, as this backyard was made to make me forget about that one. At least when I moved there, it was meant to make me forget about the previous. And well, it did, for like a near good 4 years. Almost. Dang it, we were almost there. Nice! That, in my opinion, looks a whole lot better. And well, we can barely see the other trees anymore. Almost, but who cares? There we go. Nice. Let's continue. Oh, I guess while we're at it, I guess we could also add like a hopper. just so we can like act like it's like, you know, a disposal bin. Like there's normally two gray trash bins normally right around here, so I guess we could implement that as well. So hey, it works. Let's just say I did a lot within the past hour or so. Yeah, a lot. And by a lot, look at that. See? This is the pond right here. We have a ton of trees in the background because, you know, there were trees in the background. Another thing I did was I put the fence around all of this, which is another really neat addition. I did all of this on pause on clear purpose because it would have taken way too long if I did it on video. So you probably should thank me for that because, yeah, I did a lot of the work off camera. And honestly, it was actually probably for the better because we would have been here forever if we did that. So now we can begin the second section of the backyard in the next episode on May 17th technically now because it is, well, actually, I did say I was going to get this all done in a single day, but then I realized it's almost midnight. And, yeah, I don't know if I want to actually continue this tonight. I'm probably just going to wait until I wake up the next day to just finish it. And then we'll come back on Friday to do the recreated version of the old house. That'd be pretty sweet. And then in exactly 4 weeks, we start the progress on this house, which technically has already kind of started because of this. Anyway, with that being said, one last thing. I think we might want to consider doing the hole real quick. Maybe right before we end the video, I'll officially I will officially do the hole. I don't remember in particular if it was, say, like now even though we don't even have the hole in the actual backyard now because it just keeps getting buried, I'll still put it in here for reference that it was actually here at the beginning. We'll do it right here to kind of remember it. And of course right there. Now I don't remember if that was the exact spot. I'll have to look it over eventually. But at least I did something regardless of it. Oh, also I changed this door just because it felt a little more appealing. The problem is it does this, and the actual thing is actually meant to do this. So I think we'll keep it like this actually. Because it's actually meant to do this. So yeah. Anyway, I'm glad we got the first half done because it actually looks really, really good, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, this is actually starting to look really, really good. And I'm assuming by the next episode, we could have most of this finished. Which would be pretty freaking awesome if we could have like the rest of this done in the next episode of Legomaster627's creations. Now hold on, we got to see where that tree is real quick. I want to grow that tree right there that we just saw there in the footage. Okay, so how far away in particular is that? I don't think it's that far away. We're gonna have to look at more proper footage from 2022 because that's footage from 2018. Okay, I was curious my volume was muted the whole time, thank God. We gotta have some footage here for this, And yeah, I was just curious real quick if we had to see how long the one eye was. Oh, come on! Well, that just wastes a whole bunch of time. I mean, look at this. We have to make this even shorter. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. So in a way, this is actually longer. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit longer. But you know what? We'll deal with it for just the heck of it. But either way, in effect. Yep, there we go. That, I think, actually is how it's properly meant to look. And heck yeah, we got it right! Now, we're going to do one last thing, which is this. Basically, it's just the little extended area right here. I'll do this like right here, and then we'll be done. I just want to grow at least that one tree, and then we're gonna start our progress in the next episode where we can finish the rest of this. Which I think the workshop might actually take the longest. Actually, believe it or not, it might actually take the longest out of all of this. So, yeah, alright. So, one last thing. Let's grow that tree. Really, really quick. The one that leads into the pond view. And then, that's it for the episode. I want to wrap it up there before we officially hit an hour of doing this madness. Now, if I get this in the wrong spot, I'll hopefully try and fix it before the next episode. Let's see. How does that look? I'm just going to take down some of these to make it look like a good tree. Yep, I think we got it in the right spot. Nice! Alright, that's it for the episode, guys. Yeah, before it hits an hour, yeah, I'm gonna cut it here before we hit an hour. So, next time, guys, we are gonna do the other side of this backyard, which will be the pond view, the tripod area, the shed, and workshop. Oh boy, that's going to be a lot. Yeah, that's going to be a lot to go through. And the pond view is a little bit big, so yeah, I think we'll be good. And then I'll eventually have to measure out this later on. Or actually, I think this could be done when we do the house, actually. Yeah, that actually makes a little more sense. Really, though, see you guys in the next episode. And yeah, with that being said, goodbye!